Bob Marino here with Eastern Sporting Network Systems. Today we are talking about one great sport that has come into recent news activity. Midget ping pong.
Miniature ping.
Miniature ping pong.
Because midget is like a word that we don't really like to use, so it's just miniature.
Right. Today we have one of the top competitors of this brand new sport. Why don't you tell us your name?
Sarah Ann.
And Sarah Ann, where are you from?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, interesting. So, why don't you tell us a little bit behind the sport, what background you come from, why you play the sport, and what drives you to beat your opponents?
Yeah, well, I originally wanted to be a soccer player, see, but then I heard about miniature ping pong, and I knew that's where my calling was because of my speed and agility, And when I'm playing that sport, I come alive, I feel like. I get up every morning and I have to do my ping pong exercises.
Okay, so today you are playing Chris Chang. What do you think of your opponent for today?
Well, go ahead and start. I'm not a fan of him. I don't think he washes his jacket. It smells of goat. And his playing, well, we don't have to talk about his skills, do we? Because we can all see that it's not very good, okay? I don't really like to talk bad about people, but I'm just saying, if I were to talk bad about a person, it would be him.
Thanks, Charles. Well, today we have another one of these great athletes of this phenomenal sport that's growing rapidly, miniature ping pong. His name is Chris Chang. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, you're tall. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but when I was 7, we moved to Salt Lake City. That's where I really took on the love for miniature ping pong. My parents got me involved at a really young age, but it wasn't until I went to the University of Phoenix online that I really became a miniature ping pong master. Go Phoenix.
That is absolutely inspiring. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your strategy of the game?
Yeah, really I owe a lot to my soul. I put all of my heart and soul into this game. I think it's a game that was truly made for me. And I love it. I love studying the game. I know everything about every player. What was the girl that was here? Who am I playing?
Today you are playing Sarah Ann.
Yeah, Sarah Ann. I can read her like a book, like a coloring book. I know Sarah Ann like the back of my hand.
You know, you can't read coloring books.
Exactly. I know the trajectory and velocity of every one of her hits. I know what kind of spin she's putting on the ball. I know what she eats for breakfast. I got Sarah Ann in the bag.
Very understandable. There you have it, Chris Chan, a numbers man who uses math, physics, and algebra to win his games. Back to you, Charles. All right, excellent. Let's head down to the table where Chris Chang is about to take on Sarah Ann.
Let us play Pong. Let us play Pong.
Thanks, Charles.
I'm sorry.
Charizard.
This glove isn't for ping pong. It's so I can pick my nose and be sanitary. Is that not cool?